In the country of France, they have passed a law that makes it illegal for you to spank your children. The Equality and Citizenship Bill, as it is called, was enacted on December 22nd and makes spanking a child a civil penalty. Now, the reason that France is doing this is because they looked into the research that has pretty much been coming out throughout the past couple of decades, stating that spanking a child has a detrimental and negative impact on a child's mental health, their overall well-being, and it can lead to cognitive issues later on in life. Now, my personal opinion on the debate of whether you should or shouldn't spank a child is that I lean about 70 to 80% on the side of you shouldn't spank a child, and then like 15 to 20% on the side that you should spank a child. And the reason that I lean so massively in this direction is based on the research. But the reason I still hold on to a lot of my beliefs about spanking at children that I was taught growing up is because of the environment that I grew up in. Now, for those who don't know my background, I was raised in a middle class / working class neighborhood in Akron, Ohio, and I went to high school and middle school, North High School and Jennings Middle School, which to put it frankly are located in the inner city. And I see a lot of my peers who come from different backgrounds have a lot of behavioral issues due to the fact that their parents are pretty much absent in their lives. And I've seen some kids who are just simply out of control. Now, me personally, I was always a smart kid. I used to get in trouble here and there. And I used to get in trouble for like petty, stupid shit. My mom, she would, when I would slip up, she'd let me know. And one time, to put it as an example, I got bused to my middle school, and me and my friend in the 6th grade, we were walking to the gas station. It was Circle K, and we got caught stealing about 6 or 7 packs of Hubba Bubba gum. And my mom, because I lied to the people at the gas station what my real name was, my mom pretty much said that, the police were called, and my mom had to pick me up from the gas station and then take me to my middle school, which was like 3 blocks away. But from the time of the gas station to Jennings Middle School, which is literally like 3 blocks, away from each other, my mom, what I'm saying? And then she walked me to my class, and that was embarrassing. They're like, "Hey, Chris, that's your mama?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, what you do? I got caught stealing. And and from that time on to probably like my 8th or 9th grade year, I never stole again. And then I got caught stealing around my 9th or 10th grade year-ish at Target. And, at that time, because, actually I only stole like 5 or 6 times throughout my entire childhood. But the last time that I stole, my mom had to come pick me up, and, she whooped my ass. And after that, yeah, I'm not stealing again because there ain't no rinky-dink piece of shit worth an ass whooping. But my mom, she cared about me. She wanted me to not end up like my peers and have to, or she doesn't want me ending up, joining a gang or being a victim of gang violence. And that's the reason why, she disciplined me in the way that she did. Now, you can agree or disagree, but, when you come from an environment where people who have been shot dead, and people who are in prison for murder, it's like you don't want your own children to end up like that. So that's why a lot of parents spank their children, because they don't want their children, going on in life and, doing criminal or doing bad things. And, my high school and middle school, I seen fights after fights. I'm not gonna lie, I've probably been in about 30, 40 fights growing up. But by the time I was a junior or senior in high school, I was done acting like that, and I was pretty much a good student when it comes to like my behavior or whatever. But a lot of my friends, they just continued doing what they were doing. And not even my friends, but just like the people that were in my classes. Fights after fights. I remember one time there was a massive gang fight at my high school, and they had to literally put my high school on lockdown and call about 20 to 30 police officers to my high school to break it up. I've seen mace, because there was 3-on-3 fights in the cafeteria. The police officer maces the entire fucking cafeteria, and everyone's, coughing up and stuff like that. And that's just, how I That's just how my school experience was. Now, on the flip side, I believe that a lot of these kids would not act the way they act if they come from a household that their parents are there for them. And if they go to a school system that is similar to the school system my girlfriend attended. My girlfriend, she went to Riverside High School, and she went through that school system where, yeah, they probably still have like drug problems and stuff like that, but the issues of gang violence and all that, that's just not non-existent out there. It's the most violence you'll probably see is someone probably tipping over a cow or some shit like that. But at my high school, people were getting caught with guns in their lockers, so it's like, that's how my high school was, man. And my middle school as well. Middle school is wild as fuck though, but it is what it is. Now, in closing, I think that, and this is just a broader issue. The reason that kids are acting a certain way, I would say, is more so that they don't get spanked, but is more on the fact that a lot of kids grow up in households where their parents are not there for them. Whether they work 3 or 4 jobs, or their parents are running the streets or whatever. A lot of people have kids when they're they don't have the ability to take care of them, and I feel that that's a much larger issue that is causing a lot of people to say that, well, why are these kids having behavior issues? Well, it's because of the environment that they're growing up around, and that's the reason why they act the way they act. But that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and have a nice day. Peace.